Hey everybody, welcome to my video about a modern-day scientist who inspires me while I'm trying to get a bachelor's degree in biology. Her name is Hope Jahren. You may or may not be wondering why I'm beginning this video with a background that has an absolutely glorious piece of petrified wood, and that's probably worth more than a brand new car. Well, petrified wood is in the same area Hope Jahren studies and dedicates her career to, which I'll get to in just a bit. In this video, I'll introduce this wonderful scientist and her passions, elaborate on why she's an admirable human being to me, and finally catch y'all up on some recent work she's done. I hope that after this video you'll feel just as interested to learn more about her as much as I was. Hope Jahren was born in Minnesota in 1969 and attended the University of Minnesota for a bachelor's degree in geology. After that, she attended UC Berkeley and completed her PhD in soil science. Now she's a research professor residing in Oslo, Norway. Science has been a long-time passion for her. Her father taught at a local community college, and many afternoons she and her siblings would go to his workplace in the laboratory and play. It became a comfortable and safe environment for her. She also saw science as she observed her parents, whether as her father in the lab, her mother optimizing efficiency when taking on the task at hand, and in everyday commonalities. I quote, "People are like plants. They grow toward the light. I chose science because science gave me what I needed. A home as defined in the most literal sense, a safe place to be." Like for many, Hope Jaren's path wasn't linear. She became her undergrad as an English major and switched later. She faced certain challenges. Hope Jahren realized science was her passion in college, but as she grew up, she struggled with seeing herself as a girl working in science. There was a lack of representation for living female scientists and a rooted stereotype of what a scientist looks like in society. With that in mind, today she's an avid reader and writer of creative nonfiction in which she incorporates empowerment for all women of STEM. Her life gives inspiration to her novel, Lab Girl. She is also the author of The Story of More and the Adventures of Mary Jane. To me, her writing style and activism for women and science is inspiring. As someone who loves to read, I found her writing to be refreshing and very communicative with the general public. Not only does she write scientific papers for journals, but she also takes time to be in articles for all audiences that speak against systemic biases within the scientific institution. She as an individual gives me hope that I can work hard to become a part of the scientific community and possibly make a successful career out of it. Now that leads to my next point. What is her career and area of study? Hope Jahren is a geobiologist. Geobiology is an interdisciplinary field that encompasses plants, soil science, geology, and paleontology. She studies plants in differing environments across space and time, specializing in how CO2 influences plants and analyzing oxygen isotopes in tree fossils to make inferences about past and present climates. Some specific questions she currently is focused on are: how does increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide levels and decreasing soil moisture in the environment affect plant functions? What predictions could we make by studying mummified fossil wood in Siberia, a location encompassing around 50% of our Arctic climate, for how climate change is affecting Arctic environments in the present and future? Now that we have a sense of what she's researching about, let's take a look at her most recent study. Plant response to decreasing soil moisture under rising atmospheric carbon dioxide levels, which was published August 2nd, 2024. In this study, they first measured the effects of a range of soil moistures from low to high on plant survival so they can aim to create the most realistic factors. Soil moisture and CO2 levels were the factors that were manipulated in this experiment. Bale crest was used because of how widely studied it is, and there's a lot of information already known about it. 164 bale crest plants were germinated in 5 different chambers that had different CO2 levels. Those CO2 levels were spanned over 200 years of recent and projected levels. They were maintained by bleeding CO2 gas into a pipe mixed with air. There were identical environments in each chamber, including the amount of light, no humidity, air temperature, and they were all grown above ground. In this figure right here, you can see that they compared soil water content, CO2 levels, and biomass. And there seems to be a direct relationship between the amount of biomass produced by this plant and the amount of soil water content, as there's low soil water content produce the least biomass, and the most soil water content at 60% produce the most biomass. Her past and present work focuses on climate change and plant health. At Johns Hopkins University, her research used the first extraction and analysis of DNA in Paleosoil, which is an ancient soil that has been preserved and can provide information about past climates. She's also done extensive research on the diverse effects of CO2, or carbon dioxide, on plants and their carbon isotope processes. Her next steps continue on the journey of learning how ancient organisms and ecosystems relate to modern-day environmental insights. I'm excited to see where her studies lead. Thank you for watching my video.